the real deal on raw milk. So, since our childhood, we have been inundated with the campaign Got Milk, and many celebrities have endorsed the drinking of milk, even up to 3 glasses a day. But what if I told you that this wasn't the best idea? What if I told you that we were actually drinking the wrong milk? I think that we are. Now, many people assume that drinking commercial milk that you pick up from the grocery store, that it's completely healthy. That if it wasn't, the government wouldn't sell it to us, would they? However, there are many health risks to drinking pasteurized dairy. It isn't the miracle that we all think it is. Drinking pasteurized dairy can increase instances of asthma and also allergies. And this is important because young children are drinking the milk, and this is when their asthma is starting and when their allergies are starting. So we're having increases in these diseases from birth or from early childhood. It also increases the risk of certain cancers. There is entered into the cows to cause them to produce more milk, and it overloads their system. The milk then transfers to the people when they drink the milk, and so it can increase the risk of many reproductive cancers, such as ovarian cancer, such as breast cancer, such as cervical cancer. And the link that they are finding is that the more dairy that a woman drinks, the more her risk of these certain cancers will increase. And we are one of the countries that drinks the pasteurized milk on a regular basis. Many other countries do not, and they aren't facing these same health crises. It also lowers your immune system, so you can't fight diseases as well as you could if you were drinking exclusively raw milk. Now, people don't want to drink raw milk because they think it's dangerous. They think they'll get sick. Now, any food that you put into your body, you risk getting sick from. You can literally get sick from any drink, from any food. But that does not mean that raw milk is more damaging to your system than any other food. In fact, it's beneficial. If you look at this study, many prescription drugs kill people. So they also help people, but many people have died from drugs that are approved by the FDA. People also die because of foods that they've eaten approved by the USDA. There was an outbreak in Canada where many people died because there was food poisoning from cantaloupe, from a healthy food. So we know that any food can cause food poisoning, but people assume that you can die from raw milk, and you could if improperly prepared. But up to this date, there has been no deaths that are directly linked to raw milk. However, there's many benefits of raw milk. Raw milk increases your metabolism, and it also lowers insulin resistance, which is very important. Right now in America, over half of the population is either overweight or obese. And there are so many things we can do to combat this disease. And they're seeing this now in the rest of the world. They're actually calling it globesity, this global epidemic of obesity. And people actually who go on exclusively raw milk diets, they lose a lot of weight and they get back to a healthier weight. Raw milk also provides immune support. It boosts your immune system because of the probiotics that are found in it. These living organisms are in the milk because it hasn't been pasteurized, because the nutrients hasn't been taken out of it. It also lessens the symptoms of certain diseases. There was a study done by the Weston A. Price Foundation, and they did a study on people who were sensitive to lactose and who thought that they could not drink milk. When they introduced raw milk into the diet, almost 80% of the people who couldn't drink milk before could now drink raw milk. So maybe that says something about the raw milk and also says a lot about the commercial milk. Raw milk also, because of the probiotics, it increases your energy and your stamina. Where Delaware stands. So currently in Delaware, it is illegal to sell raw milk to consumers and to use cow shares. Now, cow shares are where a person makes an investment in a cow and they provide that money to the farmer, and then that person then for a year or a certain amount of time is able to access the milk from that cow to drink. Also, it's illegal to sell raw milk for animal consumption. So there are some states where you could buy raw milk but only to give to your animals. So technically one could buy it for their animals and still drink it. Right now there are 40 states that do allow the purchase of raw milk in some way. There's 10 that don't, and Delaware is one of them. Now, if you look at this map, you can see the spread of legal farm sales is really concentrated in the Midwest, and it's growing, but we aren't there yet. People now in Delaware can access raw milk by going to Pennsylvania and bringing it back to Delaware. But some people don't want to do this. Technically, it is illegal to bring milk across state lines. The FDA has promised that they would never track or prosecute someone who decided to take it over state lines for their own personal use. But still, how much easier would it be if we just could get it ourselves? There are families in states where everything is illegal: the farm sales, the retail sales, and the cow share sales. And the only option they have, because they believe that raw milk is the best for their family, is to buy their own cow and to take care of and milk their own cow every day just so their family has access. So if this is something that is of interest to you, I urge you to petition your lawmakers and do your own research. Find out if raw milk is really better for you. And find out the dangers of commercialized milk and make your own informed decision. Drink up.